Thank you. My name is George Briggs. I'm the director of the Arboretum, and we welcome you here, the Banister family, the Scruggs family, and anyone who claims that. We're glad to have you at the Arboretum. What a special day. You're standing in the midst of a beautiful collection of art that's been introduced to me and to us within the past several weeks. It's hard to keep a surprise this big for long, especially when all the family comes from California and all over the country to be here. And I'd like to share with you a little bit about why we think it's so appropriate here. The Arboretum was started in North Carolina in 1986 by the legislature. And we saw the beauty of the art, which we try to portray here well. And we knew that Nell grew up in Asheville. In fact, not just in Asheville, she grew up on Brevard Road, which is where we are, ironically. And so the authentic heritage just sort of continues to grow in this. And so we are so delighted to be able to house this here, to tell the story of the mountains, to tell the authentic heritage that it represents. Some people made this possible. Bob certainly was one. He was key. But also Don and Terry Ernst were instrumental in this. I'd like to ask Don to say a few comments as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Terry, Taylor, myself, and the entire Scruggs family are very proud and humbled to give a great spirit to the Arboretum and the state of North Carolina. We've always loved Nell's art. We have multiple pieces in our home. And that piece, O Great Spirit, resided in our home for many years. We looked at it and recognized that it just needed to be life-size or bigger, heroic. And so one day I told my wife, we are going to do this. And we did it. We told Nell, I'm not sure she believed us, but she went along with it. And we engaged a foundry in Paso Robles, California. And it became 11 feet tall. And the idea was hatched that it was to be here, Nell's home, where she grew up, where her family is. And so, I told Bob Banister, we have a deal. You find a place in North Carolina, we will get it there. And he did. I must tell you how pleased I am with what Bob Banister has done and the skill and grace that Mr. Briggs has utilized in making this happen in a very short period of time. I want to take a moment and look at the statue. It is there. It will be unveiled later, but it is a Native American, and it is obviously praying to its deity, its God, its source. And because we perceive and understand, each of us, when we look at that statue, each one of us have some sense of understanding of what Nell was trying to convey. So, we commend, O Great Spirit, to the Arboretum and the great state of North Carolina.
To honor Nell Banister Scruggs, his mother-in-law, and entrusting me to find an appropriate home. And in so doing, we feel you honor the entire Banister family. Thinking about where to start looking for an appropriate place, I immediately thought of this Arboretum as the most ideal location for this particular piece of art. Not only for the people of Western Carolina, but for visitors from the world over. So I contacted the Arboretum. Therefore, I want to acknowledge George Briggs, Executive Director of the Arboretum, for accepting this sculpture and for seeing the value and the importance of how the sculpture will enhance the grounds and fit in the future plans of the Arboretum. George, without your vision, this day would not be happy. To honor Nell Banister Scruggs, Nell, all your hard work, continuous studies, and perseverance, which established your reputation as an astounding, nationally recognized sculptress, is doubly deserved. We are proud of you and your accomplishments.
Now we would like to present you with this book. I think you will enjoy it because it's something about it. Okay, I'll turn it back over to you. You want to say anything?
I want to say thank you for all of you being here. What a great surprise. I'll never get over it.
And Clara is our director of design here, but she has so many skill sets, and she loves what we're doing so much, and particularly this. It's just a perfect labor of love for her. So Clara, thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you.
I think we're ready. These are our public safety officers.
I looked there and saw
Members of building one of these. There are 47 together and finished to create this piece of art. And it's an amazingly labor intensive, but what a beautiful product. How you plan that and develop it and sculpt it is amazing to me. So we're glad to have you.